Okay. So the last thing that I'm going to talk about here is research and reaching out. So I think it's important to have a little bit of go-getitiveness if you want to play at a high level, and do your research and reach out to teams. And I'll talk about how to do that in the right way. So here, researching schools. What do you want in a school? Right? Do you want to go to a school that's a big, huge, maybe Big Ten type school, or do you want to go to a smaller, maybe a liberal arts type school? Do you fit more in a big city, going to a BU or a BC, or a Denver or something like that? Or do you fit more in a college town like Ann Arbor or like a Cornell in Ithaca? What would suit you more? Academic majors too. If you want to be an engineer, don't look at schools that don't have engineering as a program. You're going to be a professional outside of hockey much longer than you're going to be a professional inside of hockey. So look at schools and look at majors of schools that you want to go to. Don't just say, I just want to commit to a college just to play Division I or Division III hockey. Actually put some thought into it. Do your research on roster size and commitment history. If you want to play Division I hockey, the data is out there. You can see it, and I'll show you the website here in just a sec. But there are schools that commit a ton of different kids. They'll over recruit and they'll have these huge roster size, and then they'll get rid of players or they'll decommit players before they get there. And so you want to know when you're doing your research on schools that's hopefully you're not going to commit to a school that does that, because then it might happen to you, because they're telling everybody, yeah, we expect you to play, we expect you to play, we expect you to play. But then if you don't get better and you're not one of those, top 6, top 8 players in that recruiting class, they're not going to take you. Unfortunately, that's a part of the college hockey recruiting landscape right now. And then at the end of the day too, what do you want in a hockey program? I look at when I was going through my process, there were 3 things that were really important to me. I wanted a good academic school. I wanted a school that won and had a history of winning, because I don't like to lose. And I wanted to play for a coach that had a history of developing players to get to the next level, because my dream was to play in the NHL. So everybody should have a little bit of a checklist of what they want to see in a school that's important to them. So do your research when it comes to these schools. And for that second one, the roster size and commitment history, College Hockey Inc. has this website, College Commitments, that tracks all of them. So you can go look at every school's roster. You can look at the kids that they have coming in. And, it's a little bit of a red flag if there's a school that has 4 seniors graduating, but they have, 15 kids that are committed to possibly come in that next year. And so do your research on that, I think, is really important. You can see the schools that kind of stand by their word and the schools that don't really do it, because there are some that do, and there are certainly some that don't as well. And then lastly, I want to talk about reaching out and being your own best advocate for getting to the higher levels of hockey. And you can do this at the junior level. You can do this at the college level. Probably a little bit harder to do it at the professional level. Probably I wouldn't recommend it. But reaching out and being an advocate for yourself, I think is really, really good. So just little tips of the trade to do it, because I think there is a right way and I think there is a wrong way. I think the best way to do it is just emailing a coach, keeping it short and sweet, and putting on there a bunch of different references, because like I alluded to earlier, our networks are so big, right? So if you put on 3 or 4 references that you have, maybe previous coaches or an advisor or people that are influencers in the area that know you, that know your family, that can speak to you as a player and as a person, I would put them on there, and then we would do our due diligence and call those people to see if you were somebody that was worth going out to watch and see, right? So here I just have like just an email that I put together that I think would be good. Just a little bit of a template for any of the players that are on here, or even the parents that are going to talk to their players about this, to reaching out to the schools that you have an interest in. So, dear Coach X, my name is Wayne Gretzky, and I'm really interested in your hockey program. I think it'd be a great fit for my hockey career and myself academically. Here's some information about me, and just some little tiny tidbits, little short things. Wayne Gretzky, here's my team. This is my birth date. Here's my stats from this year. Here are people, some references that can provide some information about me. My head coach is Scotty Bowman. Here's his email. Assistant coach is Craig Berube. Here's my advisor is Jerry McGuire. My former coach is Pete DeBoer. And put their emails and possibly put their phone numbers on there. Here are the games that I'm going to be playing at over the next couple months. If you want to come see me play, I'm playing at the All World Showcase in November. I'm playing at the Best Showcase Ever in December, and I'm playing at the Elite Mega Huge #1 Showcase in January. So thanks for your time and consideration. If you need more information, let me know. Best of luck. So just something short and sweet. If you're writing a 5-paragraph essay about who you are and all this kind of stuff, like, we're busy. We're really busy. We're probably not going to read it. But all of us coaches at the junior level, at the college level, at the professional level, we have these huge databases, right? So if we see that you have an interest in us, we're going to tick you in our database and say, hey, this person has an interest in us. So when we're going to watch you play, maybe we're going to watch another player on your team. Maybe we're going to watch a kid on a different team that you're going to be playing against. There's a little tick on there. So we'll say, oh, okay, this kid has an interest in us. Maybe we'll give a little extra attention and we'll really, really watch him out in this game. Right.